And we're back with our second guest, someone who is almost as tall as I am, Lieutenant Scott Moore with the Wilson County Sheriff's Department. I'm kidding.
Glad to be here.
Thank you for being here. And you are the school resource officer. You're supervisor of the school resource officers, and you're also the public information officer for the Wilson County Sheriff's Department.
That is correct.
Okay,
Yes,
and speaking of school resource officers, you spent 9 years in the public schools in Wilson County before you started your job as supervisor.
I did. My first year was at Mount Juliet Middle School, the old Mount Juliet Middle School, and then after that I spent 8 years as a school resource officer at Wilson Central High School. So I've spent time at both the middle school and high school level. So very good learning experience for me, and hopefully I was able to change many lives while I was there.
Well, I'm sure you did, and then from that you wrote the nationally acclaimed anti-bullying program called Camp Victory.
I did.
And that's what we're talking about today. And tell us a little bit about this. Is an anti-bullying camp for kids, middle school, right? Junior high kids?
That's correct.
Okay, tell us about that.
Many years ago, there was I would say a bullying epidemic, not only here, but across the United States. And I just felt the need to write something up that was directed towards middle school age students. And this camp is for incoming students from age or grades 5th through the 8th grade. Right. And there's not many programs in the middle school level like there are at the high school level, but we felt that it was, that this is the age where they're the most influenced. And so we want to make sure that we bring them in, give them an opportunity to know how it is to be a leader in their school and to report things that are going on. And Sheriff Robert Brown was 100% for it, and we implemented it, and we've had a good response since then.
Now, how many kids usually, this will be your 4th year coming up, right?
That's correct.
And how many children do you usually take into the program?
Well, we start off and we take 25 qualified applicants, and those are kids who have a good disciplinary record at school and also don't have a bad truancy record at school. So we want kids that will show up and are willing to learn. And however, if we have 40 that apply, then we will make room and accommodations to take anyone that we can.
And so now it's a 3-day camp?
That's correct.
And so you may have to expand it. Is it over a weekend?
It's going to run this year from July 17th to the 19th, which is a Wednesday through a Friday. It's going to be from 8 in the morning till 12 noon. And the Lebanon Special School District's Family Resource Center is also going to be providing a free lunch for each student that attends.
Oh, that's great. Now,
Yeah.
is it going to be at that school? Are they going to drop there? Where are you going to be located?
The location is going to be at the Wilson County Sheriff's Office.
Okay.
And parents can drop their child off at the front entrance. We'll have an officer out there waiting for them, and then we'll take them up to the training room, which is located upstairs. And we'll have a lot of activities. We're going to cover, obviously, bullying, spotting online predators, drug and alcohol awareness, and they'll also have a tour of juvenile court system as well as the Wilson County Jail. So it'll be a good experience. Every child that's attended has absolutely loved it, and they'll also get a certificate of completion from Sheriff Brown at the very end.
And this will hopefully help other children. 25 may turn into, helping all of the schools that they're going to.
Right.
But what do you think is the biggest difference between, I remember bullying when I was growing up, I'm a lot older, but it's gotten so much worse. I feel like maybe social media has something to do with it?
Social media is the number one thing that has started all this.
There's no disconnect.
Right.
I think when I was going to school, it was just in school hours and you went home, but when you go home now, it's Snapchat and Facebook and Twitter. And
back when we went to school, you had face-to-face interaction, but once school's out, then that was pretty much over. And now you stay connected 24/7. And so a lot of things may happen during the night, where someone bullies someone else, and then the next day at school, you have a whole new set of problems because of what happened overnight. So we want to make sure that we monitor social media. If something gets brought to our attention, that we stay in front of it, and it don't cause any further problems at school.
Right. And what can we do, like as parents, that parents can probably deter some of this behavior too? What are some things that we could do at home?
I think for one, as parents, is just hold our children accountable. I think we give so much freedoms to our children, which we want to trust them, and hopefully they make the right choice. But
you don't want to trust them too early.
Right. There's so many things that you can do to iPhones and these smartphones that are out. You can put restrictions on them. There's ways that you can monitor. I know both of my children, when they first started having the different social media sites and apps on their phone, I monitor them every day.
Yes.
And I told them that, you know, if they don't do like they're supposed to, then we'll take that from them. So
Right.
it's a privilege that you take away from them. That's
Right.
something as parents we got to do.
Right, and it's sometimes harder for parents to do that, but
It is.
But it is. It's worth it. I did both of my boys, even
Right.
my almost college. I don't do it anymore with him, but
Yeah.
I did in the beginning.
Right.
So, how do you sign up for it? You said that kids have to have a certain truancy record. They can't have any disciplinarian.
Right.
Tell us where they can go to like fill out the information. Is there a website they can go to and get started?
We'll put it out on our social media sites next week, probably middle of next week, on our Facebook page, Wilson County Sheriff's Office Facebook page. They'll also, students will also be able to obtain an application from their school resource officer, or we'll have one up here in dispatch 24/7 that they can come up here, and we'll leave it open up till the end of the school year. So we'll have that. The application process will take about, we'll leave it open for about a month. And then once we get full or shut it down, then we'll contact everybody and make sure that.
So when will you start making your selections?
As soon as applications start coming in, we'll start
Okay.
looking at them, and we'll start selecting children as they put in the application. So it would be a pretty quick process.
And this will be a good time because it's July,
It will be.
mid-July, right before the school year
Right.
starts, and hopefully make a good impression on everybody.
Sure.
So this is the 4th year. Anything else coming up big for the following year? Do you got some new plans in the works for it?
We're always going to be open-minded about things that we can implement in the years to come. There may be a new trend that comes up that we may need to focus our attention on. So we just kind of take it year by year, and we want this program to grow, and it may grow into something else. So.
Well, and we thank you so much for this because our kids, you know, you have to keep an eye on them.
Right. we want them to step up so
Yes.
others don't get stepped on.
Right.
And that's the main thing. to
That's
be leaders.
wonderful. That's wonderful. Well, thank you so much for being here with me today. And website again, can you say it one more time that people can, your social media, Wilson County Sheriff?
Yes, they can go to
Okay.
our Facebook page, and they can also go to www.wcso95.org, which is
Okay.
our main website.
And they
they'll
can
be able
find
to-
out more information
That's correct.
on how to be part of this program this summer.
Yes,
Well, I
ma'am.
know it's going to be a huge success, so thank you so much for doing this.
No problem. Thank you.